Hi, everybody. Welcome. I'm Linda de Gonzalez. Welcome to my show. And I'm here with my co host, Wanda, who's busy giving herself a little manicure. I'm happy to see you all here. I didn't think there'd be anybody here because it's Thanksgiving in the US. So, welcome. We have the assistance of Nightbot today, and the rules for Nightbot are oh, okay. I didn't edit this before the show, so I'm going to have to just put this. Yeah, Join. There we go. To ask a question, please type join, followed by your question, all in the same line, 100 character limit. Okay, so it can't be too long. Don't give me too much detail because I'll ask you questions if it's not clear. So those are the rules. You just have to type join, and Nightbot will put your questions into. There you go. Davy Jones has caught right on. And we've got 3 questions already. Okay, I'm going to set the limit to, I don't know, let's say 10 today. Okay, I'm going to say this in French. Jean René, I don't know how you say your name, and I apologize if I've butchered it, but you have to put exclamation mark. So, it's a Viviani special. Yeah. Okay, so the limit is 10 questions today. And when that comes up, Dr. Ann, you need to have an exclamation mark in front of the join. And there's Chanel. I want to say hi to some people. What am I doing? I'm just being such a klutz about this. I want to say hi to Viviani and Kim B and Dr. Ann. And let's see who else is here. Oh, yeah, Diane, of course. Shenanigans is here. Akila, hi, Akila. Saurabh Gupta. And Davy Jones. I'm glad to see you all here. I'm very surprised to see you all here, to be honest. I thought I'd be sitting here chewing my nails. And Leah Salva is here. Welcome. I'm happy to see you here. And Saurabh, no, actually, I'm not going to do mediumship today. I'm sticking to Akashic records because mediumship actually, for me, there's other people that are way better than me. Okay, for me, mediumship takes some time to do. Like it's not fast, and nobody wants to sit here looking at me going, So yeah, we're not doing mediumship today, Saurabh. I'm sorry. Let's see. There we go. And Paul Freed's here. Well, hi, Paul Freed. I didn't expect to see you here today. Shenanigans is in a food coma. Oh, good for you. Good for you. That must have been a good time. That must have been a really good time. No, I don't think it matters if it's lowercase or not. And Dr. Ann, I think that if you just type, it's the important, maybe it does. Oh, yeah, it has to be lowercase. Sorry, I was wrong about that. I just caught my mind again. My mind's been all over the place, so it's a little hard for me to focus. Yes, it has to be lowercase, and there has to be an exclamation mark in front of it, and then your question can be in all caps. But there's a hard limit of 100 characters. YC is here. Coyote Rosenbaum's here. Hi, Coyote. We have 7 questions, and I see someone's asking about the future. I just want to say a few words. Jamie's Cowboys. If you want a question, you have to type it after the join. So if you do that now, okay, then it'll update your question. So just type join and then your question right after it, and that'll update what you have so you don't lose your place in the queue. That's why I'm telling you, is so you don't lose your place in the queue. See the way Nightbot answered Leah Salva, that said you're already in queue, position number 6, your queue message has been updated. So that's what you need to do, Jamie's Cowboys. And welcome too, as well. I'm happy to see you here. I was starting to talk about, about the future and the Akashic Records. This has been my experience with the Akashic Records Masters, is they don't really care about anything but your spiritual development. And so they're pretty, well, I'm speaking from a human point of view. I'm sure from their point of view, from a spiritual point of view, it's all very understandable. But from my point of view, it's kind of inconsistent and a little incoherent, a little wonky. Coyote, I'm sorry to hear you're not feeling well. So, yeah, I'm sorry about that. Mousie's here. Hi, Mousie. Nice to see you. Ellen, please follow the prompt to get on the list. You type !join. I got to do what Gerald does and put up and get myself a card. I keep saying that every single week. !join followed by your question. Okay, that's how to. Thanks, Ellen. You have 100 character limit for your question, and there you go. Okay, so Ellen, you need to type that again, but add your question. So !join space. Will I win $10 million? Whatever. Anyway, Back to the Future, the other, see what I did there? Okay, so I'm closing the questions now because we have 10 questions. There. So questions are closed. I'm going to put up the banner for that. And there. Just to let people know when they come in. Of course, they're not going to read that because nobody ever reads it. Thank you, Nightbot. Okay. Oh, so I closed it before Ellen updated. That's okay, Ellen. You're in the queue, and I will just have to ask you to type all. So copy it and Control-C it, and then be prepared to retype it. Hi, Pierrette. Nice to see you. I'm not surprised to see the Canadians and the New Zealanders and Australians here, because none of us are celebrating Thanksgiving. We're not doing anything special. Shh, stop. I'm afraid she's going to bat me and, I don't know, break my glasses. Anyway, to get back to the future, it's very, in the words of Doctor Who, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey, it's very fluid. Some of it depends on energy, and some of it, a lot of it, most of it depends on free will. And depending on what exactly you're doing, that free will may involve a whole lot of different people. So that may make very foggy predictions as to a very wide range of predictions as to what can happen. And some people use more free will than others. But the future is very fuzzy. If I say, show me the next year, things I see happen may happen in a month. Like not in 2025. They may happen in December. They may happen in February. They may not happen until 2026. It's very, very iffy, very foggy. And so I do my best, and I'll tell you what I see. And it's for entertainment purposes only, of course. And if I'm wrong, well, I'm wrong. I mean, I've been wrong before and I'll be wrong again. Don't rely on me to make your decisions. Don't rely on any of us to make your decisions. Okay. This is just for you. It's information. It's not cold, hard facts. It's just information that may or may not be helpful to you. No, it's okay, Dr. Ann. I don't mean you to change your question. I just want you to know the parameters that I'm working from, which are not like it's not the connection for me is not the kind that they're not going to tell me. They'll give me generalities. They'll say, watch your money. Don't spend frivolously. Don't watch when they tell me to watch my health. That means I have to stop eating junk food for a while. And yeah. Oh, Paul, you're making me crazy. Okay, so let's get started. Paul's having apple pie and ice cream. That makes me really crazy. Let's see, who's first? We have Kim, who would, whoops. Saurabh. Okay, so all of you, if you want to change your question, if you want to update your question, I've closed the queue, so I'm not sure you can at this point, but let's experiment and find out. Type !join and then type in your new question and see if that helps. And if not, then when I get to you, I'm going to have to, and I have to read the opening prayer. Good going there, Linda. Okay, hold on a second here. People who want updates, who want to update their question, Saurabh. Okay. I will have my notebook here. I will pay attention to my notebook. And okay, yeah, you couldn't update it. All right, fine. Okay, Saurabh helped us with our experiment. We can't update after the queue is closed. And so I've got your name, Saurabh, and I know that you want an updated question. So when it gets to be your turn, I will ask you, okay? No boil oatmeal cookies. Yeah, Mousy, I need chocolate too. But, chocolate from, yeah, okay. Oh, okay. I get it, Saurabh. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. All right, we'll do that. And let's start with the prayer. But before we do that, let's do our 3 deep breaths, okay? So all the way down to our toes. Breathe in all that wonderful, lovely, delicious light energy in through our nose, hold it for a few minutes, and then out through your mouth. So did I say a few minutes? I meant a few seconds. We are surrounded by the pure white light of divine source. We ask Archangel Michael to protect and guide us, and we call forth all of our angels, guides, beings of light, and Akashic Records masters to assist us now to receive information of the highest truth, highest frequency of light and love, allowing us to receive exactly what we need for our greatest good and the greatest good of humanity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We open ourselves to the light, and with this light, we open ourselves to our truth. And with this light, we open ourselves to our soul's purpose. And with this light, we open ourselves to be guided towards our highest good and the highest good of all in divine love. And so this group, consisting of the people present now, those who will come later, and those who will watch the replay, are given the truth to best serve them on their healing journey into the love and acceptance that is most beneficial for them in this moment. I'll read that silently. And with this light and guidance, we unlock the energy fields of this group to receive the records of their souls. Okay. Mousy, no bake. Oh, I thought it was no boil. Okay. I was going to say, who boils for, like, do you make it from the cooked oatmeal? Whatever. Yeah, Wanda's having a little preen, so I'm going to be covered in birdie dander and bits of feather. So Kim wants to know, present that will be relevant to my future. Okay. She wants to appreciate any knowledge of a past life that will be relevant to my future. Oh, I would really be happier if it said relevant to you now, but let's see about your future. See, it's the wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff. Isn't that funny? The image that comes that I'm getting is someone standing on a cliff edge, literally a cliff edge, with this most beautiful, wonderful valley scenery around it, with her back. It's a woman with her back to the cliff, screaming defiance and rage. What the hell does that mean? It's so I'm looking in the direction that she's looking, which is away from the cliff edge, and when I turn in that direction, I see some men on horses. This isn't European by the look of it. This is either North American or South American. I don't know which because I don't recognize the landscape at all. And this is well, the Spaniards brought horses to North America, to the both continents. So I can't tell. I mean, I know it's after white people showed up, but how far after, I not a clue. The men appear to be native. They appear to be indigenous. They appear to be they're not white. I believe this is somewhere in I believe this might be, I don't know, Arizona-ish. I'm not that familiar. Anyway, standing on the cliff edge, screaming defiance at these guys and rage. And then she turns and leaps from the cliff. They've come after her. They want to take her with them. What has happened is that she was out minding her own business in the fields. You know, these are not members of her tribe or her people. They've come, they're just a raiding party. They've come across her and they want to take her with them. They just want to kidnap her, basically. And she wants nothing to do with it. And she's led them a merry chase, as they say in the books, through canyons and up and down mountainsides, and she's hidden from them. She's led them a really good chase for like a day, and they're pissed, and they really aren't going to give up now. So now she's at the edge of the canyon and screaming at them and just leaps. And that's the story I have for you. Wow, Kim. You were in Sedona. Oh, I had my eyes closed. I haven't even. Bye, Paul. Good. I'm glad you guys are cleaning up the kitchen. You feasted, now you clean. I hope you really enjoy that apple pie and ice cream. I'm just so jealous right now. You have a good time. I'm glad. You were there Sunday and Monday night. Well, I wonder if that's what came up as a result of that, because this felt very sort of southwestern U.S. because of the color of the land. And yeah, it felt very southwestern U.S. And there you go. You climbed some cliffs. I hope you did it carefully. I don't know what that vision means. You'll have to figure it out for yourself. And how that's going to be relevant to your future. I hope your future doesn't involve any leaping off of canyons. But thanks for that, Kim. That wasn't something I was not expecting that. That was very cool. That was really, well, not cool, but really, really, really touched me. Did you feel comfortable, Kim, you said the energy was amazing. Were you comfortable there? Did you get nightmares or anything like that? I got to tell you that the energy from that woman, I think she was shrieking curses at the men that were chasing her. There was like 5 or 6 of them. She was shrieking curses at them. So, and they felt it. You felt very energized. Well, that's awesome. Okay, good. All right, good. I'm glad to hear that. Okay, so, well, I hope that gives you some insight. I'm sure you're going to need to think about it for a while before it makes sense with, Leah, are you kidding? I love doing this. It's very nice of you to say. Thank you so much. But this is my service and I love doing it. Oh, Davey wants a reading on love. Okay. That's kind of a little too general. You want to give me some more details? Like, do you want to know if you'll ever fall in love, or if you'll ever fall in love again, or if the love that you feel is real, or if there's love coming in your future? Is that the kind of reading you're talking about? Or I could just ask the masters if they have anything to say to you about love, but I'm going to warn you, you know, sometimes it's a nice, happy message, and sometimes it's a little bit pointed. Oh, you're waiting for reconciliation. Okay, well, let's see what the masters have to say about reconciliation. They don't want to talk about reconciliation. They want to talk about your self-worth and your valuing of yourself. So what I'm hearing, what they're telling me, for entertainment purposes only, everybody, because I'm just, you know, hearing voices and seeing things. What the hell? What they're telling me is that you need to work on yourself. You need to you need to realize the infinite treasure that you are. You need to really accept your how precious your existence is and how important you are in the universe. You need to really value and treasure your own heart and your own self. That's what you need to be looking at. That's where your focus should be going, is into supporting and building yourself up, loving yourself, strengthening yourself, making sure you have what you need. This is a core lesson of your lifetime, is your self-worth, your self-esteem, self-love. All different ways of putting it, but they all come down to the same thing, that other people come before you. No. Don't do that anymore. Put yourself first. Make sure you're fed first. Make sure that you have what you need before starting to look at other people's needs, unless it's a little kid or an animal, because they depend on you for your life. If it's another adult, they can look after themselves. They can figure it out. But that's just one of the central lessons of this lifetime for you, is self-knowledge, self-love, self-worth. I want to tell you, I wish I could just reach out through the screen and just grab your heart. I am being flooded with a wave of love for you, Davy Jones. That's bringing me to tears. That's love that's coming to you from the guides and angels that surround you. By the way, you know you have help and support, right? You know you have it around you whenever you ask. You need to learn to listen. That's something else that you need to do, but that's part of your spiritual development. That's okay. That'll come with time. They're just, you are absolutely surrounded by love and support, by light and guidance. But you need to love you. So it's not, that's your reading on love, sweetheart. Just love yourself. Yeah, they have a sense of humor. Love yourself, and all things come from that. Everything comes from that. And not selfishness, caring and treasuring who you are as a precious creature, as a precious, precious existence. Excuse me for a moment here. Oh, I should mute this before I blow my nose. Hang on. There, that wasn't too rude, was it? I hope that helps, Davey. And good luck to you. Good luck to you. Okay, who's next? Gosh, you guys. I hope you all had a nice Thanksgiving, those of you who celebrate. Yeah, she is very cute, isn't she, Viviani? She's happily sitting here. I don't know if you can, no, you probably can't see it, but my shoulder is now covered with little white dots, thanks to Birdie pruning and Birdie dander. Oh, she's looking at me like, what, you talking about me? Of course we are, Wanda. We always talk about you. And she's so proud of her tail feathers, and she's doing really well. Next person is Saurabh. So Saurabh, if you would like to put your updated question in the, hi baby angel, welcome. Please, Saurabh, put your question, your updated question in the comments, because I can't find it now. It's way too far long gone. If you could just retype it, I'll answer it. Let's see. Okay, anything from, here we go. Thank you very much, Saurabh. Anything from a past life. Well, you said my past life, but you've had more than one. You know that. I mean, that will be relevant to me in the future. Or any vision for the future. I don't get future visions. I'm not one of those kinds of psychics. Okay. Well, sometimes I wish I were, and other times I go, thank God I can't tell. Because can you imagine the nightmare that you would have seeing wars and riots and the kinds of stuff that we do to each other? Yeah, no, that would, I don't think I could live like that. And I really admire the psychics who do get those visions and who don't, go screaming crazy around the bend. Let's see. Anything from a past life that will be relevant to you in the future. Well, if I get a vision like I did for Kim, you may have to do some interpreting of how that's going to apply to you, okay? Because I see weaving. I see a weaver. I see a shuttle going back and forth. Okay, I don't know anything about weaving. I see the yarn going back and forth, the fiber going back and forth on a shuttle and moving like this, but it's in front of them. It's not like flat. It's up and down. I guess that's what they did before they had, the big looms. Anyway, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's very plain. It's sort of a tan color. Settle down, girl. It's about this wide. It's pretty rough. It looks rough to me. It's fairly heavy thread, like for being spun. It's fairly heavy. and rough. Like there's little fibers sticking out all over the place. It's not nice and smooth like knitting yarn is. It's just kind of rough. So let me just look around, pull back a little bit. So it's a woman squatting in front of this loom and weaving. And in her mind, she's saying prayers because this is mindless work. So she can say prayers and sing to herself all in her own mind while she's doing this. She tells herself stories. She tells herself, she says prayers, she tells herself stories, she goes over things that she learned. She goes over, she looks pretty young, like maybe 20, maybe younger than that. And this is what she does all day. She keeps, so there's something wrong with her spine, her leg. She walks with a crutch and she needs somebody's help. And this is how she contributes to her family's economy, is by doing this weaving. Because her family has to support her. And, well, no, they don't actually. They could have, when they saw how damaged she was, they could have just turfed her. This is the result of an accident. This happened as a result of an accident. That she, I don't know, I guess broke her back, broke her hip. I'm not sure what. But it's the result of an accident, and there's no, in this time and in this place, there is not the expertise to help her. So she healed crooked, wrong. She healed any old which way. So she's in a lot of pain all the time, and everything she does is to distract herself from the pain. She does have herbal teas and stuff, but they, don't really help. So she weaves. So her family haven't turfed her. Which would have been perfectly acceptable socially. They haven't kicked her out. And she weaves for them to sell the cloth. And that's how she supports herself. Or that's how she provides income to her family for supporting her. And in the meantime, because it's so mindless, and she's not working in community with other women, because usually there's like the women, I guess, in the village get together and weave together and talk and, share knowledge and stuff like that. But she's not part of that for some reason. Maybe she can't get there, or they just don't want her, or I don't know what, but she's not part of that community. So she has to keep herself entertained while doing this. And in spite of the considerable wealth that she's bringing, she's not bringing in pennies, she's bringing in, good money to her family, and they're able to improve their standard of living, but they don't seem to appreciate her for that. Oh, well, big surprise. They don't seem to appreciate the what she's bringing to them. And honestly, neither does she. She experiments with different colors and patterns and yeah. So I don't know what the lesson is in that, but there's the lifetime that is relevant to your future. Ah, Saurabh, my family doesn't appreciate me also. Well, okay. So there you are. Ah, there you are. I hope that helps. I don't know what you can I don't know what you can make of that. You'll have to think about that. You'll have to think about what you how you want to deal with it. So, but you're another one that needs to love yourself and value yourself and value your contribution. I think that's pretty oh good. I'm glad you can relate to her. So what that tells me, okay, then this is just me talking. Okay, this isn't any message from anybody. This is just, you know, nasty old nasty old me. If you can relate to her, then that means that there's a lesson there for you. Okay, there's a lesson. There's something for you to learn. Yeah, I would say it's self-love, but you know, that's just me. It's not my lesson, so it's easy for me to talk. So don't listen to me. Um, I hope that helps, though. I hope you get some insight into how to, you know, how to approach situations in your life. Oh, yeah, here we go. I saw that. Viviani. Uh, no, are you serious? Oh my God, it's almost like I'm psychic. So this isn't the first time that you've been dealing with fabric then. This is not your first go around with fabric. Well, you're caught because your toenails are too sharp. Uh, okay, so you want Viviani's next. So what she needs to know now for her highest good. Okay. You have a lot going on. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're welcome, Saurabh. Deborah Lira, questions are closed right now. I'm so sorry. Akashic Adventures is on Tuesdays. Viviani and Diana Bowles and I will be back next Tuesday at 2 o'clock Pacific, 5 o'clock Eastern. And I'll be back next Thursday with Viviani. She reminded me. Some days, I'm telling you, I don't even know how I manage to, you know, keep myself fed. And yeah, yeah. Yes, you're absolutely right, Leah. We love ourselves. We attract more love. We when we love ourselves, we don't need, and so the possibility for genuine love and not the sort of like I need this, and so the hook comes in, and then you get into toxic relationships when you start talking about need. Yeah. So yeah. So Deborah, come back Tuesday or next week for Akashic Records, okay? But the questions are closed for today, and this is for everybody. Questions usually for Akashic Adventures, especially. I think last week we closed questions at like 4 minutes after the opening of the show. If you want a question answered, you got to get there early. You can't. I mean, even on time is late. So yeah. So Viviani. I see you laying on a couch fanning yourself with a fan and just sort of like, oh, just exhausted. Um, This won't last. I want to say this won't last long. This is a short period of time. Try to support yourself as much as you can to get through it. So make sure that you're eating regularly and nutritiously. So make sure your body has what it needs for fuel, right? Yes, Budgie's having a good time singing to herself. Make sure your body has what it needs: good rest, good movement, good exercise, good nutrition, so that it can support you. You're you're in the middle of some really important work that you will be doing for the rest of your life. You're in the middle of this important work that it's setting up your future. It's setting up the foundations for your future. So it's important that you do this, but it is difficult. Balance, support. That's just, I just hear balance and support. And I see like a bridge being built. All the work that's being done to lay the foundations of the bridge down at the bottom, and building up from that, and having to wall away the water and the river and all that kind of stuff. That's just all, yeah. Yeah, that's what that is. Yeah. Does that help, Viviani? Take care of yourself. It won't be forever. It's only a short period. Well, short. Okay, so Akashic Records Master short could be 10 years. But I think that they're speaking in more human terms right now. I think that they're saying this is temporary. This will pass and things will ease up. Things will ease up. Soonish. Soonish. So what do you mean by soonish? Do you mean like 6 months? Do you mean like a year, 5 years? Yeah, it could be a year, but they think it's closer to 6 months. But that's what you have for the future. Yeah, a lot of decisions to make. Oh, you're welcome, sweetie, anytime. Lots of changes and growth. Yeah, and decisions to make. Okay. They don't even want to talk to me about decisions because that's free will. They don't want to talk about that. If you want to know about decisions, you're probably better off asking well, once you have a decision to make, then maybe I can help you. But yeah. Good luck. I'm cheering for you. Thanks. Okay. Good luck, girl. Okay, who's next? Changes in growth, that can be nice or that can be scary. Right? Everybody goes, oh, growth, changes. Yeah, freaking terrifying sometimes. I don't want to grow. I don't want to change. I like everything exactly the way it is. Leave me alone. Oh, now you're all seeing the truth of my background, right? It's a Halloween tablecloth I got from the dollar store for $1.75. And I'm going to get a Christmas one soon. Normally you don't see it because I have people with me, so you only see a very limited part of it, but now you see my ugly wall behind it. Okay. Jean Renee who wants to general reading. Okay. General reading. Okay, so how I'm going to interpret that is I'm going to ask the Akashic Records Masters for whatever they want to tell you, okay? And it may be, I may have images from past, from a past life. I may not. I may just have, okay, so Leah, sorry, I get distracted all the time by chat. Leah, are you trying to change your question? Because I'll put your name down for adjusting your question, all right? Is that right? Well, when I get to you, you can clarify for me, all right? Yeah, what if it's changed for the better? Yeah, but I know. That's how I get through it, as I say, this is going to be so awesome. But really, my first reaction to change is, well, actually, that's not true. That's not true. There's some changes that I absolutely embrace, like convection ovens. and smartphones, and let's see, what else? Better asthma medications. Yeah, there's some change that I'm just like, yes, bring it on. But you know, so let's see. Let's see what the Akashic Masters have to say to you. Jean Renee. You're another one. I guess we all are. I guess you're just another one of us who needs more joy, more fun, and more love in your life, like more loving yourself, more doing things to make yourself happy, doing things to bring joy to yourself, doing things that create joy within yourself. So you need to play. You need some playtime, whatever that means to you. You need some playtime. You need some time to just relax and, I don't know, go out and kick some rocks down the street, or skip rope, or I don't know, jump in a puddle, smell some flowers, go for a walk, whatever brings joy. You need to start doing that. You need to start doing that regularly for yourself, just as an expression of love for yourself, okay? You're not going to, hey, stop chewing my clothes. I hate it. I hate it when you do that. All right, you're getting down. Away you go. Thank you. Appreciate it. No, you're not getting up. No, you sit in my lap. No, sit in my lap. Can I tempt you with an almond? Here, look. Look what I've got for you. Look, it's down here. No, you're not even looking at me. Okay, fine. Do you want to stand here? No, get rid of her now. Here, look what I've got. Look, it's an almond. You like almonds. Almonds are your favorite. No? Do you want to get down? I want you down. Let me put it this way. I want you down. No? Okay, I guess we're just going to have to suffer through this. And she's going to chew on my hair and chew on my clothes, and we'll just, yeah, skip stones on water. That's what my mind should go to. Okay, Ellen, I see your I see your question, and I raise you an amendment. That's honestly what all they're telling me is love yourself and bring yourself joy. Just raise your vibration. There you are. Raise your vibration by loving yourself and and being joyful, bringing joy to yourself. That will improve your connection to spirit. That will improve your connection to your own soul. That will improve your connection to the people around you. That will make your life much better, is what they're telling me. Just by raising your vibration. I hope that helps. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I tell people in these shows, essentially be happy. Well, and that's a stupid thing to say to somebody, because you don't know what people are going through or what's going on in their lives. And, my mother just died and I just got told by a psychic to be happy. Yeah. It's not being happy. It's learning how to create moments of joy for yourself that will raise your vibration, that will raise your soul, will raise your inner being to be able to cope with what's coming. Okay? Because not that I have any like specific, just general whatever's happening. This is not a specific thing that I see or that I know about that I'm talking about. Okay, so I hope that helps. Yeah, you're right, baby angel. Wanda absolutely knows what she wants, and it's sitting on Mom's shoulder and chewing on her clothes. And this is one of my good tops, and I don't mind that she poops on it because that washes, but I do not want her to be chewing holes in it. Okay. That makes me crazy. Every single t-shirt I own has holes that you. Okay. Now, next. How's everybody feeling now? She's fine. She's going to have a nap now, aren't you? You remember, you guys, that come around all the time, like Diane and Kim, you remember that rye feather that she had that was sticking right out? Well, she's growing it back. It fell out and she's growing that sucker back. Oh, man. Oh, I'm sorry, Dr. Ann. You're feeling tired? Oh, I'm so sorry. But yeah, it's Friday. Well, for you, because you're in the future. Dr. Ann is in New Zealand. Okay, so you want a past life reading? Okay. I just, I love these past life readings because they're I hope they're instructive for you. I hope that they give you a connection to yourself that you wouldn't otherwise have, a connection to your history, a connection to kind of your own soul's ancestry, I think that's a good way of describing it. It's a connection to your own soul's ancestry. So, stop chewing my hair. Isn't this interesting, Leah Salva? I see I see mountains, but you're not dressed in like mountain clothes. You're dressed in some very, very gorgeous, luscious silks in robes. Um, you are high ranking. I mm, uh, and I'm sorry, but I'm ignorant, so ignorant. I'm not ignorant, but there's a lot of gaps in my knowledge, so I can't tell what country this costume is from or what century, but it feels really Asian. It feels like Tibetan or North Indian or something like that. And there's mountains everywhere. I don't see any, and little valleys, but I don't see any like plains or vistas of rolling hills or anything like that. It's all mountains everywhere. So, and because it's these beautiful, gorgeous silk robes, I'm pretty sure it's not the Alps. Um, you're high ranking. You're very high ranking. Um, not the ruler, but right next to the ruler. So, princess, uh, mm, yeah, some sister, mm, um, so daughter, sister, not the queen, not the queen. Overall, your servants respect you and like you and don't mind serving you, which, I mean, it's not always true for aristocrats, right? Um, you're not cruel. And if you like somebody, they get extra privileges. But that's cultural. Like that's absolutely within the culture. There's no everybody understands that. It's not the cause of any resentment amongst, well, I mean, yeah, people are jealous, but they understand, and it's perfectly within the rules to do stuff like that. So don't worry about that. You are in your teens. As I'm looking at you, you are maybe 16, 17. You're still being instructed. You're still learning. Um, you're still learning about governance of this population, of this kingdom, because it is a kingdom. Boy, you're very smart. You're very, very smart. And your father, the king, is seriously considering making you his heir. Because the time has, oh, okay, I see where this story is going. Okay, just fast forward. Okay, so the time has come in the kingdom for him to announce his successor. Your father has several wives, 5 or 6 wives, and there's a pack of kids. But you're the smartest and the most diligent and responsible. You're not the oldest. And of course, everybody's expecting the oldest son. It's not in this country, in this kingdom, at this time, it is not a rule that the oldest son takes the kingdom, okay? Like I think your father has like 60 kids. Jesus. So, okay, not that many. I was exaggerating. I'm being corrected. There are 42. That's still a pack. Um, So he doesn't have to choose the oldest son, but he's come to the time in his life and the time in the reign, okay, where people, the country, and his advisors are urging him to choose an heir. And of course, because even though he doesn't have to choose the oldest son, it always sort of seems that that's where people's minds go, is to the boys first. But the boys are not really suitable as rulers, let's put it that way. They're more interested in hunting and drinking and having a good time and partying. And some of them are just downright stupid and could do a lot of damage to the kingdom. The oldest one isn't stupid, but he's lazy. And he doesn't want to make he makes the least possible effort. And your father is worried that leaving the kingdom in his hands will just, he's not going to be able to rise to the challenge, because he doesn't rise to any challenge. So he wants to leave you the kingdom. You don't know this. Because it has never occurred to you that that could happen. You too have fallen into that thinking that, well, it's going to go to one of the boys. The second son doesn't want anything to do with ruling. He's an artist and a poet. He wants nothing to do with running the kingdom. And so on down the line. And there are 4 or 5 boys that could potentially be heirs, but there's something wrong with each of them that your father thinks is just not Anyway, so he's having a hard time making a decision. It takes him months, and finally he bites the bullet and says, okay, you, Princess so-and-so, are my heir. And he announces it to the kingdom, announces it to his advisors first, and they're going, oh my God, a queen, oh no. And he reminds them that, not that long ago they had a queen, and that their country did very well, and so on and so forth. And so you're going to be queen. And then you begin the real hard work of learning, because now you're with your father meeting with the advisors. So it's meeting after meeting after meeting all day long, and they're boring and they're long, and people are stupid and won't shut up and just keep, oh, you poor thing. And you're like 17. But you're amazing. You're amazing. You take it all with good grace. You're patient and compassionate. Your focus is the good of the people. And eventually the council, the advisors that the king, his ministers, they eventually see in you what he saw in you, which is this amazing ability to govern. Wow. How cool. I think you're not my first royalty, but close to it. And yeah, eventually you do end up ruling the kingdom. And as part of this whole training to be the heir thing, of course, they have to find you a husband. Which, in that country, and it's not necessarily a bad thing, because you're not going to be able to do it alone. You do need a partner you can trust. It's important. This is not something anybody should have to do without that kind of support. So you marry, you start having kids, your father dies. At this point, you're about 30, 25, maybe 30, something like that. And you've been pretty much running the kingdom for a few years now. So the transition is very gentle, very smooth, very easy. There's a big funeral. Everybody goes into mourning for a while, and then life goes on. You really miss your dad. But it's a really good life, and you do a lot of good in that country, wherever it is. Sorry, I'm opening my eyes now. A really, really reasonable king. Yes, you're absolutely right, Diane. Okay, so that's it for you, Leah Thalva. I hope that helped. It's an amazing life. You have 42 nieces and nephews. Oh my goodness. You're the second of 9 children. My mother was the 8th of 9, no, the 6th of 9 children. Yeah. I'm the one of one. Well, no, actually, that's not true. Yes, Wanda was liberal with her affections, shall we say. Let me try to cover that up so people don't have to look at my poopy shoulder. That's hilarious. I don't know. I hope that helps, Leah. Okay, so who's next? Oh my goodness, it's quarter. We've been doing this for an hour and over an hour, and Leah Salva, you're in Jamaica. And I have always been in charge. Well, it's in your like DNA, girl, apparently. Okay, Dr. Ann, did you want an amendment to your question? Because you're next. It's a really interesting connection. It's interesting to me to see how many times people's past lives are echoed, like through many lifetimes. Like if you come into this world as a healer, you have many lifetimes where healing is involved, or teaching, or anything. You know, music. It's like it's music, teaching, healing. I see those most often. But I mean, it can be anything, obviously. What was I doing? I know what I was going to do. I want to see who 5. Oh, dear. Okay, next 3 months. It's 3:14 here because I'm in the... Oh, so we're down to 3 questions. I've already answered 7. Wow. Time goes, hey? So we have Dr. Ann, followed by Jamie's Cowboys, Ellen R., and Leah. Okay? Those are the next people in the queue. And I think all of you had amendments, right? I'm not sure, but I know Ellen and Leah did because I have their names written down in my little list here. Okay. The next 3 months. Oh, my. I'm very sorry to hear about your mom. Is she with you, or is she back in the States? Cyclone reconstruction. I know we've been having cyclones here, like they called it a bomb cyclone, and we're apparently, okay. We're apparently going to be having some more. Oh, okay. Well, in a way that's good, in a way that's bad, right? I totally get that. I'm hearing your mother will exceed expectations. Well, exceed expectations on the short side or on the long side? Come on, you guys. That's not something. So, Dr. Ann, I'm getting, don't worry about your mother. She is well looked after. She has her path, her path is before her, and she's walking it. I see you running around the next 6 months. You're kind of frantically running around and back and forth, and a lot of stuff to do, a lot of stuff to juggle. Um, Juggling plates. That's an image that's just come up, is juggling plates. And so how to get through it's the same, pretty much the same message that Vidyani got, which is support your body to be able to support your soul, your mind. Eat good meals, eat regularly, rest as much as you need to rest whenever you possibly can. And rest doesn't mean sitting there grading papers. Rest means actual rest. And have some fun. Be sure to Be sure to schedule in some things that bring you joy. It doesn't have to be like, big expeditions to the museum, or well, that's fun, but you know what I mean. It doesn't have to be anything big. It can be just turning on ABBA for 15 minutes and dancing. Okay, that's totally personal, Dr. Ann. That's what I do. So you absolutely, eating pumpkin pie can be, I don't like pumpkin pie, but if you do, then sure, that can be fun. Um, um, yeah. It's taken 2 years with insurance and us making decisions to repair our home. Oh no. I'm so sorry. But yes, all you can focus on focus on supporting yourself. Focus on making sure you have what you need to get through. So, good nutrition, lots of rest, moments of joy, moments of just laughter, like I don't know, watching Looney Tunes cartoons or something. Those always make me laugh. I don't care if I'm 6 years old. Hey, whatever it is that raises your vibration and helps you and makes you laugh and just clears you, just clears you out with laughter. Getting together with friends and, I don't know, playing card games or Cards Against Humanity, or anything you can do that will make you laugh and feel joyful. Yeah, me too. I love ABBA. And honestly, like, my therapy is half an hour of ABBA and just dancing my guts out. So yeah, and I'm never going to apologize for that, because I love ABBA very much. So yeah, and and stupid cats falling off of things. That's one of my favorite things to watch on YouTube. And I know it's not funny, but I laugh my ass off. I feel bad for the cat, but I still laugh. And same thing with like dogs running into doors. Sorry, that's very cruel, I know, but I don't know. They just look so dumb. Anything you can find that will bring laughter and lighten you a little bit, do that. And that will last for another year. Okay, that you're going to have to work really hard on making sure you have nutrition and rest and joy in your heart, in your life. Okay. So, music, whatever it takes, but that's what you have to pay attention to. And that's not just the next 3 months, that's the next year. You're going to need to be really focused on supporting yourself to get through the next year. I hope that helps, Dr. Ann. love you. Let's see. I think Cowboys is next, right? Most people, Deborah Lira, most people on the channel are from the USA, but we have Dr. Ann, who's in New Zealand. I don't think she'd mind if I said that. There's at least one person, or there was, I don't know if they're still here, who was in, so was it Sweden? There's, I love you. I love you too. Jamie's Cowboys. Will my friend ever talk to me again or I walk away? Okay, so this isn't an actual Akashic Records question. Do you still hear Jamie's Cowboys? Because I want to ask you a couple of questions. There's people here from the Philippines. There's people here from Great Britain. There's people here from Canada. Are you still here, Jamie's Cowboys? Okay, good. All right, awesome. So just to clarify it with you, this isn't really an Akashic Records question, so I'm going to rework it so that it is, okay? Because this is a life lesson question, okay? This is a spirit, this is actually, I mean, it sounds really kind of, you know, I don't like to use the word shallow, but it sounds kind of shallow, like should I talk to my friend or should I just walk away? So it sounds kind of like black or white, yes or no. And you can get an answer like that. I could probably give you an answer like that, but I don't think that that would help your highest good for your spiritual development. And that's what I'm kind of obligated to do as an Akashic Records reader. Okay, you're not going to get a comfortable answer from me. I'm sorry. Not sorry. So what's your lesson with this friend? That's what I'm going to ask, is what's the lesson that you're supposed to, oh, I get the answer right away. Okay, so Jamie's Cowboys. Your lesson, again, is self-worth and self-value and self-esteem and self-respect. Self-love, self-respect. That's your lesson in this situation. That's your lesson. They're not usually that direct with me, you know, about stuff like that, because they like you to figure out your lesson on your own. Because like that's part of the lesson is figuring out, first of all, that it's a lesson. And secondly, what the hell the lesson is. I know, catch 22, like Susan Lynn says, for complaints, call 1-800-SPIRIT Guides. Press 1 to leave a message. She's so awesome. Yes. Your lesson is learning to value yourself, learning to honor your needs and wants as being just as important as anybody else's. And that if you're in a relationship that's one-sided, because we need balance, okay? So it's about balance. If it's a one-sided relationship where one person's doing all the giving and the other no. We need balance, and becoming aware of balance teaches us self-esteem, teaches us to value ourselves. It's usually only when there's a big imbalance that then we go, why do I feel so bad? Well, maybe it's because you're not being respected. Maybe it's because when you need something, nobody's listening to you and nobody's taking care of what you need, but you're taking care of everybody else's needs. Gee, could that possibly be something that's almost universally female? Almost universally, okay? No, that's the only thing they're telling me, is that this is about self-love and self-worth and self-respect. recognizing, yeah, recognizing that that's the issue. Yeah, yeah, that's right, Diane. I hope that helps, Jamie's Cowboys. But from that message, I would guess that it was a walk away is the answer, because it sounds like there's some potentially abusive behavior going on. How far does forgiveness go? Well, gee, that's a hell of a question. It's a good question, but like I've been here 90 minutes, I can't even begin to even think about answering that. It depends on what you call forgiveness. You know, forgiveness isn't for the other person, it's for you. Like living with hatred in your heart poisons you. To me, it's not so much about forgiveness as it's about letting go of the hatred. Hi, S. Pep, welcome. Questions are closed. I'm just letting you know, questions are closed. But you can absolutely, I would love it if you would stick around, because you may hear something in someone else's answer that helps you. Okay. All right. Who's next? What the heck? What just happened? Okay. I know. Oh, you've been taken advantage of, Jamie's Cowboys. Yeah, that's happened to me too. I get it. It's hard to say no. It's hard to say no, and it's hard to see somebody that you think is in trouble and not help them, right? Well, sometimes that's not the best move. Sometimes they need to help themselves. Yes, Ellen, I believe you are next, and Leah is the one after. So, Wanda, I wish you'd stop chewing on my clothes. Okay, I'll never wear this top again. Ellen, if you could just type in your question. Yeah, growing up, yeah. Was there a lesson that I was supposed to learn from the relationship with my parents? Did I learn it? It was a difficult relationship, and I realized only in hindsight how difficult it was. Oh, yes. Yeah. I'm wondering now if your parents were narcissists, Ellen. Don't answer me. You don't have to answer me, okay? I don't need to know any of that. Sorry. I'm going to take these glasses off and put these glasses on, because that makes it easier for me to see the print. The revelation. If I clean them, that would probably help. Okay, let me find out. Yeah. That very toxic relationship. Toxic with each other, toxic with their children, toxic with their neighbors, toxic with their brothers and sisters. Oh, yuck. Yeah. Here, you want to get down? Here, come on. I'll hold you. You can get down. I'll hold you. I hear discovery. I hear self-discovery, self-knowledge, self-love, self-respect. Horrible example. Right now, they're just talking to me. They're not showing me anything. I don't have any images at all coming to me, which is unusual because usually it's very visual. So, okay. So settle down and listen. Self-discovery, self-knowledge, self-love. Horrible examples. Never do this. Take it to heart and bring it forward into your own life. Healing. Examination. Leading to self-knowledge. Leading to the spiritual path you're on. Okay. So here's the deal, girl. That family started up a process of questioning within you. You started questioning, which led you to a spiritual path, which led you to spiritual growth, I should say. Because self-knowledge is always the first step, right? That was a lot of baggage to unpack. It's a lot of therapy. And a lot of emotional damage to heal. And that was the lesson, was self-love, self-knowledge, self-respect, compassion. But yeah, I hope that helps. Yeah, damaged people. Yeah, well, we're all damaged, right? Really, one way or another, we're all damaged. None of us had what anybody would call even healthy parenting, let alone good parenting. Leah, you're asking some really important questions. No, I haven't finished your reading, Ellen. I'm letting some stuff sink in before I continue it. So your advice going forward is to set your face forward, to deal with things as they come up, heal them, put them aside, or lay them down again, not put them aside, but lay them down again as things come up, deal with them, heal. And your life is a constant cycle of healing and moving forward and healing some more and moving forward some more. That's what your life is for the next while. And well, for maybe your whole life, because I'm not sure. I'm not sure that there's a time when you ever fully heal from that kind of stuff. When it happens when you're so young, I'm not sure that there's like full healing. There's always going to be scars. At least that's my current understanding. And this is just me talking. This is not any message from anybody special. What do you want me to tell her? What do you want me to say to Ellen? What does she need to know? Okay, you need to know that you can be happy. You need to know that you can be joyful and loving, and that's where you should put your focus. That not to focus on the joy and the love, and not to pick that scab all the time. You know, like, don't keep picking that scab. It's just going to be painful and messy. And do what you need to do to let it heal, and focus on the joy and the love. Ouch, you bitch. Focus on loving and joy. Like, create joy. The same thing that I'm telling everybody, all of us, we need to create joy. Find joyful things to do. Okay, you're being a real huge pain. Shall we get down? Clearly you're bored. No, not that bored. Okay. Yeah. I think that's it, Ellen. I think that's it. I hope that helped. And now, and my heart goes out to you. And now, Leah. What the? This cursor. And no, I'm not talking about my mouth. Okay, Leah. Oh, phooey. You're welcome, Ellen. I hope that was at least helpful to you. Give you a little bit of insight into how to approach living with this, and how to get over it, how to live with it. Okay, Leah, you're next. So you need to type in your question. She's still here. I know she is, because she's just making her smart ass comments. A fellow smart ass. Oh no, don't worry about it, Ellen. It's not a problem. I'm just doing this to be helpful to people, to provide insight where insight isn't, you know. So Leah, what's your question? That's done. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm happy to do this. This gives me a lot of joy. I know it doesn't look like it because I'm pitching and moaning, but oh, Ellen. Oh, I see. Yeah, I know she likes chewing on the buttons. I'm probably gonna. Leah, I need you to type in your question. Baby girl, come on. Yeah, I left home at 17. I totally get it, Ellen. I left home at 17. Freaked my parents out, but I had a job. I had a part-time job, and I was going to university. And when my mother sent the police to bring me back as a runaway, I showed my rent receipts, and they went back to my mother and said she's an emancipated minor. Really pissed my mother off. Yay me. Yeah. This new life that you're stepping into. Any advice? Well, create joy. I'm glad you like my glasses. These are reading glasses. They're like, I don't know, 3.5 or something. They're very magnificatory. Magnificatory. Oh, you're very welcome, Ellen. This new life you're stepping into. Any advice? Same advice as Viviani got and Dr. Ann got, which is look after your body. Make sure that that your body has the care it needs to support your mind and soul. So good food, regular meals, good rest, and enough rest, and some play, some movement, some, I don't know, sports. That's the first thing, is supporting the body, is what they're telling me. And the second thing is an open heart to allow all the good things that like, so suspend your expectations. Keep an open heart as to what the universe can send you. All the good that the universe wants to send you. Keep an open heart to be able to receive it. Yeah. I'm just trying to think of what else. Trying to ask them what else do you want me to tell her? Is that it? Go easy on yourself. Say nice things to yourself. And not positive. Well, positive affirmations are good. Okay. Yeah. But okay. So let me share something with you. I don't always do. I mean, I live alone. Well, except for Wanda and Wendy and Gerald. But they're not likely to complain. I don't wash the dishes every day necessarily. Well, yeah, I do wash them every day, but maybe only the ones I need and not the pots and pans. So when I wash the dishes at night, I think about tomorrow, Linda, and I say, okay, tomorrow, Linda, I'm doing this for you. And I hope that this helps you on tomorrow's path. And the next day, when I get up and I go into the kitchen and the dishes are all stacked and they're nice, and I go, oh, thank you so much yesterday, Linda. That was so kind to think of me. You know what? That just gives me inordinate joy to be able to do that for myself. And excellent life changes are health related. Oh, okay. Backlash? None that you can't handle. Oh, hi, Beltane. I didn't even still hear quietly listening in. Oh, I'm so glad. Good. Welcome. I'll remind you all, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm getting really close to 500. I believe the last I checked, it was like 450 something or other. Hang on a second here. 455. Getting really close to 500. There's going to be a giveaway show when I hit 500. Jamie's Cowboys is trying to be telepathic. Good. Send out good vibrations. That'll help you. And the best way to learn, I'm just getting this now. I'm not finished with you, Leah. Jamie's Cowboys. I just got this. The best way to learn to be telepathic is to learn to communicate with your guides, because they can help you. So learn to receive the images, or the images. For me, it's images. Learn to receive communications from your guides, and that will help you actually become telepathic. Okay. Now, this new life, backlash. I see you laughing. I see you laughing. Is there any backlash? I see you laughing. Now, the masters are saying whatever backlash you get is not your problem. You just keep walking. You just keep doing. You just keep being. It is not your problem, not my monkeys, not my circus. That's your new mantra, Leah. Not my monkeys, not my circus. This is what I need to do for my own self, my own well-being. That's really good advice for everybody. For my own health and well-being and life. This is what I need to do for my own life. And so, yeah, none of you are important to me. That's the mindset. That's the mindset to develop for this whole backlash thing, you know? Oh, Leah, you're so kind. Thank you so much. Was it the Tim Tams? Okay. All right. Do you have it? Was that okay for you, Leah? Do you feel better? Did that give you any information to help you proceed? I hope so. I really hope so. So yeah, do what you're doing. Make sure that you support your physical body while your mental and spiritual bodies are doing the work. And not my monkeys, not my circus. I love that. Not my monkeys, not my circus. I've always loved that. Another way of saying mind your own business, right? Except it's funnier. Wanda, making me crazy. Yes. I want to share with you. So we're done with the readings now. I just wanted, before we close though, I just want to share with you something that I just found on YouTube. I listen to guided meditations to fall asleep most of the time. Sometimes it's bedtime stories that I listen to about dragons and fairies and whatever. Anyway, oh, you're welcome, Beltane, anytime. We're here to be community always. And I found one that was unusually powerful, okay? It's called, the channel name is Pura Rasa, and I'm going to put it into the chat here. Okay, that's the channel name, and it's a woman who, she does all different kinds of guided meditations. She's been doing it for a while. She's got a real huge library of guided meditations. Some of them are 10 minutes, some of them are half an hour, some of them are 2 hours, 1 hour. Like there's a whole different range of for whatever you want. But I'll tell you something that I find. Oh, Leah, that's so kind. Thank you so much. I find that the 1 hour ones are the ones that I tend to play to fall asleep. And I don't fall asleep with them, which that's 3 times now, 3 different ones that I listened to that I didn't fall asleep. It makes me wild because there I am at 3 a.m. going, why aren't I sleeping? Well, part of it is that she has a really kind of, she makes you work. Like the visualizations are work. You can't just sort of like drift off listening to her voice. But the affirmations, honestly, they're wonderful. Really, really, really wonderful. I highly recommend listening. If this is the kind of thing that you like doing, then this is something that I just discovered that helps me. Okay, so I'm going to stop listening to her to fall asleep and just listen to her for the guided meditation, and because it's really interesting and really helpful. Thanks, Akila. I'm glad you think so. Oh, thank you, Diane. Yes, exactly. Yes. I want to encourage you all to support my channel. The PayPal information, Diane's been putting it in through there. It's also in the show notes, and it's also on my channel bio. And the reason that I'm beating on this drum is because StreamYard's free fees have tripled for me. It's more than I can actually afford to pay on my own, and I'm not monetized yet. So I ask you to support the channel by donating to my PayPal. I really appreciate those of you who already have. I understand completely if you can't. $5 makes a difference. And believe me, living in as constrained, shall we say, financial circumstances with a pension, I totally get it. And if you can't, you can't. I love you anyway. It's, I still love you. You'll still get readings, okay, no matter what. And be on again next week on Tuesday, Akashic Adventures, 2:00. See, she's gotten 2 buttons off. 2 buttons. Damn it. And not only did, oh my God, you bitch. You know what? Not only did she get 2 buttons off, but look at this. There, I don't know if you can see this. She even chewed out the inside so I can't sew them back on. Okay, you're getting off. That's it. I don't care if you want to or not. You're off. Okay, away she goes. She flew off. Time to trim your feathers too. Doctor told me or the vet, I shouldn't say doctor, but the vet told me she shouldn't be flying because she has very bad coordination. And it's because of the Bornavirus that she has. And so, but they've grown back since they were trimmed in August. They've grown longer. So I'm going to. Anyway, so yes, Beltane, I have exactly the same issues. That monkey just won't stop jumping. And oh yeah, no, she did poop on me right here. Look at this. And it's still fairly fresh. Yuck. Yeah. So now I'm missing 2 buttons on one of my favorite tops. Well, I'm still going to wear it because they're not on the front. They're not missing on the front. It's all about appearances. Yeah, bad Wanda. She's gone back to her cage. Oh, no. She's on the floor with the budgie. Oh, this should be fun. Oh, ho, ho. Oh, sorry, I was telling you something else. Yes, Tuesday, Akashic Adventures with Viviani and Diana Bowles. This week, Viviani's hosting, but I'll be simulcasting on my channel. And next Thursday, I'll be back 2:00 Pacific, 5:00 Eastern. Next week, my guest is going to be Viviani. That'll be fun. And the week after this, okay, so I'll tell you who the guests are in December, okay? Next week is Viviani. The week after that is Jonathan Daly. After that, on the 19th, is Gerald, who's always vastly entertaining. And on the 26th is going to be Shenanigans, who's going to share part 2 of Mudras with us. That was so interesting. So I love bad Wanda. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Have an almond. I know. I reward her bad behavior. You don't have to remind me. No, she didn't eat a button. She just because she likes to chew and she has the beak for chewing. So she just chewed out the inside of it. Here, there, that's better. Then you can see, there's supposed to be an inside where you can sew it back, like a little cross in there that you can, these are supposed to be holes, not a square. Let me put it that way. There's supposed to be 4 holes like these. Bad Wanda. Anyway, I love you all. I'll see you all next week. And I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving and a wonderful weekend and holiday and all the rest of it. And see y'all later. Bye.